going on? This video is going to be about Bill Russell, the NBA legend, who wrote an open editor about racial injustice in America. And he says, we hope these kinds of strange days are forever behind us. Bill Russell, born in the mid-30s, experienced Jim Crow, racism, segregation up close and personal. Was playing basketball in college and before he went to the Celtics before integration was acknowledged in the civil rights movement. He was in Boston 3 years before the Boston Red Sox finally were the last team to allow African American to play baseball there. One of the many reasons why I hate the Red Sox to this day, by the way, mind you. The stuff he was subjected to in Boston, with his housing, his car, people being derogatory and negative, including a man from his daughter who defecated and urinated in his house, unbeknownst. That's the kind of hatred Bill Russell endured. The kind of things that he saw. You know, the NBA gives him a token MVP Finals Award, and that's long overdue. They should have statues everywhere of this man. He's one of the most important players in any sport ever. Might be the greatest basketball player ever. The greatest team player you'd ever want. The man ultimate winner. 11 rings in 13 years. Player, head coach. Groundbreaker. And get this man his flowers while he's alive. He's been through so much. He's seen a lot. And you would think that by this time we'd be a lot further, somewhat further along with everything, the lives lost, everything. But we're not. We're still talking about the same thing that he went through, what he saw in 2020, 1990, 1980, 1970, 1960, 1950. That's a sad commentary about this country being so racist and so blinded and so negative. And it's time they grew up. And it's important that you remember what Bill Russell stands for, what he meant. Because it got to be a day where this changes and comes about. It can't be like this forever. It hasn't gone anywhere. All it's done is hurt people, been hurtful, and has remained in a shell that needs to be cracked. So I applaud what Bill Russell's about. I applaud his strength and his courage because it is needed more than ever. It truly is. So I was very moved by what he said. Very much. Because he represents a time of my parents, grandparents, cousins, aunts, uncles, etc. And some deep family friends that were older that went through some real hardships where colored water was the norm. Segregated facilities was the norm. This mental illness that's white privilege in America has been the norm for far too long. And it needs to end. So much props to Bill Russell for writing what he wrote in that editorial. All right, that's my thoughts and takes about Bill Russell's editorial. Give me your thoughts and takes. Hit that like, hit subscribe, and the bell rings a new video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And when someone of an elder, someone speaks, give them their flowers and show them respect. Because you need to remember, if you don't learn nothing from history, you're bound to repeat it. And it can be harder than it was before. I'm out.